Hi, my friends. It's Friday, and in the Christian tradition, today is Holy Friday, a day of waiting and thinking, and some sadness and some hope as we wait and think together. And so I hope you have a very good day thinking about all the things we're waiting for and all of the wonderful things that are going to happen when we're able to get back together when this preventative distancing time ends, because it will end. And I hope you're ready for the second half of our very exciting Redwall story that we started yesterday. Yesterday we started the Great Redwall Feast. And the animals of the Abbey are trying to have a party for their abbot, and they want it to be a surprise. And they're very worried that he's going to find out, and he has decided to go on a walk and take a quest for a very strange thing. I have to learn how to say it again. A Bobbiton quest for a weary nod. A Bobbiton quest for a weary nod. And this is where we left everybody. There's the abbot and the friends who have gone. There's a little glare. There we go. The friends who have gone on the walk with him, and they're headed back to the abbey, and the animals have to finish getting ready for the feast. Now, for the abbot's cake will wonders never cease. Friar Hugo, his ladle waves, 'twill be my masterpiece. 20 mice sift the flour, mix it for over an hour. Bring me fruit, green sap, milk, this cake'll be as big as a tower. Get out, Bungo, you wretch, and leave those nuts alone. Get him, stop him, Basil, too late, the villain's flown. The hare is very busy, rolling soft marchpane. Secretly, Bungo the brigand comes sneaking back again. Seashells and icing rosebuds fashioned with loving pride, green, pink, and yellow round the cake's broadside. Blending beech and hazelnuts with mounds of honey cream. Bungo's on the loose again! Hear Hugo's panicked scream. Bungo the bandit is everywhere, plundering without a care, an outlaw with 2 sticky paws and tiny ruthless jaws, dodging round the ovens or hiding neath a table. Nothing edible is safe from one so small and able. So there they are, making the great and glorious cake. They have to use ladders, it's so big. And there's Bungo. You remember yesterday that he got lost in a pie and ate his way out? Friar Hugo and Basil Hare are working as a team, finishing the icing, smoothing off the cream. They add the final rosebud and stand back satisfied. Perfection! Squeaks fat Hugo, his face aglow with pride. A sudden naughty chuckle brings cries of loud dismay. Where's that rascal Bungo? Do I hear some beast say. He must be apprehended, stopped at any price. That cake may be the abbot's, but Bungo wants first slice. There he goes, the villain, behind the trolley there, like an infant mole-plague bound to get his share. Hugo swings a dishcloth. Basil wields a broom. Between them they chase Bungo all around the room. There they are looking at their cake. So pretty and happy. It's Skipper to the rescue. Slamming the kitchen doors, he grabs an empty icing pan firmly in both paws. Bungo tries to scuttle by as swiftly as he can. Skipper traps the mole babe neatly underneath the pan. Ha ha! Laughs Basil. Ho ho! Skipper roars. Escape from that if you can. But there's no reply. And do you know why? Bungo's scraping the pan. So they've got Bungo trapped right there. And he decides to lick the bowl. Meanwhile, in the bell tower, Skipper's otter troop is brewing up a cauldron of extra hot root soup. Only an otter can make it. It's a very old recipe, and only an otter would taste it. Rather him than me. Pile in pond shrimp, leeks and onions, wild garlic and horseradish too, reed mace, starwort, mare's tail, burr-reed, more garlic. It's good for you. Skipper rolls up to take a quick sup. There's something amiss here, mates. Hot root pepper, har har, that's the stuff. It'll melt the pattern off the plates. An otter named River Jack, toting a burlap sack, has a peg on his nose and a ladle. Hear the otter crew whoop, give us good hot root soup. They've been reared on the stuff from the cradle. Skipper throws aside caution as he heaps in each portion 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and more. With eyes all a-streaming, otters grinning and beaming break out into song with a roar. All the happy otters. Oh, nothing's hotter than an otter when he's suppin' hot root soup. His eyes pop out, his ears perk up, and his tail curls in a loop. So fill me bowl up to the top and add another scoop of pipin' hot that hits the spot. I'll finish yours if you cannot. A good old hot root soup! Very hot soup. Spicy hot, I think. Whiz pop, gurgle splosh, straight into the wash. Bungo's firmly tubbed up with the rest, where immediately he is a pirate at sea, a bath-splashing, sud-covered pest. Flinging the soap and blowing bubbles, Bungo adds to bath time troubles, squirting water all about. I likes it in here. I can't comin' out. So all the baby animals have to have a bath before the party. And there's Bungo splashing and making a mess. Pushed from the kitchens by strong willing paws travel trundling trolleys and carts, each laden with dishes of all that's delicious, from savory flans to sweet tarts. They'll be coming soon, aye, and so will the moon, Ambrose muses, whilst rolling a cask. The sun sinks low in the western sky, deep red from its long day's task. They've decked Great Hall from lintel to wall with streamers, banners, and flowers. But where's the abbot and his 3 chums, missing for hours and hours? There's a little hedgehog. How far to Redwall? Weary-pawed and slow, out of the darkened woodlands down the path they go. The abbot sympathizes. Soon we'll take a rest. I'm sorry to cause you worry with my silly quest. As Formal smiles and Constance shrugs, Matthias raises his paw. See the spire, 'tis the abbey ahead. What are we dawdling for? Revived by the sight of Redwall that night, 4 travelers step out apace, while high in the skies, like small jeweled eyes, the stars watch down from space. It's a little hard to see, but there's the abbot and his 1, 2, 3 companions, and they're way, that's the abbey, and they're the stars. Hooray! They're here, bellows noisy Sam from his perch on the rampart wall. Open the gates, sound the 2 bells, come running one and all. Redwallers throng to the threshold to welcome their friends inside. Abbey bells ring brazen greetings as the doors swing wide open. Constance the Badger, Matthias, and Formal troop in with a smile and a sigh, as off to great hall flock Redwallers all, with their abbot held shoulders high. We never found out what the quest was about, says Matthias, but at least we kept our abbot distracted all day so our friends could make his feast. There's Noisy Sam. And there's the party. And if you look over here, they've got the abbot lifted up on their shoulders to go into the feast. From colored lanterns, flowers, and food, and each young shining face, to every elder, clad in their best, great hall is a magical place. Surprise, surprise! See the abbot's eyes, do they twinkle knowingly? Good gracious, he says, as he stands back a ways. Well, I never. Is all this for me? Baby Bungo appears, scrubbed from tail to ears, and his abbot's paw he takes. I did it all for you, he fibs, though some of them helped with the cakes. So there's the Abbey Great Hall, all dressed up in fancy lanterns. And there's Baby Bungo with the abbot. Mid laughter and cheers from his abbey peers, the abbot walks to his place. Bungo sits on his knee whilst reverently they recite the Redwall grace. Seasons of plenty, days of peace, in Redwall may these never cease. Good comradeship, long life and health, our abbey's precious wealth. From winter's white to summer's gold, from spring to autumn we uphold. These bounties Mother Nature brings, respect her earth and living things. They're all at the table. Same grace. That's Baby Bungo on the abbot's knee. The prayer is over, marked by when Noisy Sam roars out, Amen! And loud but clear above the din, Basil gives the word, dig in! Oh, was there ever such a feast? Each Redwaller, each Abbey beast raises his and her beaker in a toast to the abbot we love the most. And there is their feast. Close up on the pictures. They're supping the soups and serving the salads while choirs of otters sing comical ballads, cutting the cakes and serving the sweets as magical mole does conjuring feats. Chewing and chattering, munching and laughing, nibbling, sipping, gobbling, quaffing. Hey, try some of that. Here, have more of this. Bungo gives Constance a big, sticky kiss. There's magical mole. Here's strawberry fizz, there's October ale, and dandelion cordial by the pail. Hot damson pudding, cold junket sweet, warm blueberry scones, they're nice to eat. There's the abbot's fine cake, and on Bungo's advice, he allows the small charmer to take the first slice. So the banquet rolls on into late night hours, midst laughter, lanterns, singing, and flowers. And there's Bungo with the first slice of cake. And here is the party. Everybody's there. eating and eating and eating and dancing and singing and having a great time. A single bell tolls midnight's knell, yet some old friends are able. There's still one or two doing justice to what's left on the banquet table. Basil Staghare and Skipper are there, Matthias Cornflower also, Ambrose, Formal, Constance too. It's awfully late, you know. Most of the young with the elders have wandered off weary to beds, but still a number seated in slumber droop and nod their heads. Baby Bungo's asleep on the abbot's knee, when both of them snoring uproariously, when from the sleeve of the abbot's roll a parchment scroll slides free. The scroll rolls on the table close to Cornflower's cup. "What is this?" comes the whisper. "Go on, pick it up. Our abbot's rule you may recall, there are no secrets in Redwall. We're sure that if you read it, he won't mind at all." Opening wide the parchment, Cornflower reads each word, not aloud, but to herself, so not a sound is heard. "Speak up, my dear," calls Basil. "State clearly what you see." The pretty mouse is lost for words. She's laughing helplessly. So there's the Abbey. Everybody's sleeping. And there's the abbot and Bungo snoozing in their chair. And there she is, Cornflower, reading the scroll. And she's laughing. Why is she laughing? Oh, dearie me, ha-ha, hee-hee. Oh, my aching jaws, the parchment slips onto the table from her shaking paws. The the abbot has... Oh, ho, 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 ha, ha, ha. Look for yourself and see. They gaze, amazed, bemused, and dazed, and can't believe their eyes. They thought their abbot was old and silly. Now they know he is ancient and wise. Here they are all seeing the scroll. What do you think it says? "Jumble me up and turn me about if you wish to find the key. A solution to the quest comes out. Move the letters and you will see." It's a code. And if you take Bobbiton Quest and you change the letters, you get Abbot's Banquet. And weary nod becomes ready now. So remember, the abbot said he was going on Bobbiton's quest for a weary nod. He knew the whole time that the abbot's banquet was ready now. So there you have it. I remember that feast. Wasn't our abbot a clever old beast? To make up his riddle and go on the quest. Sometimes it's not just the young who know best. Goodbye, my friends. Come back sometime. Maybe I'll read you another rhyme. Our names and address, should you wish to call. Bungo and Sam. The Abbey, Redwall. So this is Bungo, all grown up, and Noisy Sam, all grown up, telling this story to all the new little babies at Redwall. The end. So I hope you enjoyed this 2 days of this very special story about the animals and their feast and the abbot and his quest. And tomorrow is Saturday, the Saturday before Easter. So I'm thinking about what kind of special things we can do for that. And for Easter Sunday too, I have a very important hat to wear for you on Easter Sunday. So we'll have to see what that looks like. when it comes on Sunday, but you'll have to do some more waiting. Like we're all going to have to do some waiting in these times of preventative distancing. But as you know, you never, ever, 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 ever have to wait to remember how very, very much I love you. Bye-bye.